Okay, so what we did is we started in 2018, around about June, July. Mid-year. So we got in touch with a immigration agency, and we started looking around, talking about different countries to go to. Eventually deciding on Australia. And then in 2019, I've got a sponsorship at one of the panel beater shops here in Brisbane. And then, from there we started.
From there it went quickly.
Yeah. We started with the permanent residency route first. Yes. And it was difficult. I couldn't get the writing one above on the average. So that's why the sponsorship came in, and there was no need for us to get that highest point.
Yes. If you can, come.
If you have the opportunity, take it. It's a different world. You get used to what you have in South Africa, and you in your comfort zone. But as soon as you land here, for the few months, it's hard. But it's worth it. It's worth it. At the end game, it's worth it.
I'm Dr. Chamonix, ex-corporate and academia girl, turned CEO and board member of several companies, and mother of 4 little extraordinary kids. But it wasn't that long ago that I lacked the confidence, the know-how, and the time to focus on designing and really going after the life that I so wanted to live. A life of freedom, of fairness, and of being fair dinkum to who I really was and what I wanted to get out of this fleeting time that we have on Mother Earth. Fast forward to many lessons learned and moving halfway around the world to the most amazing country, you'll see the life that I now live. One that gives me more safety and freedom than I ever thought would be possible, and that really only existed as a daydream while I was living in South Africa. I created Chamonix TV to give you true spot advice on how you can also live a life in this amazing country, and so that you can see how another couple like us now live in Australia with 4 little kids here in Down Under. And I'll be providing you with step-by-step strategies so that you can make your Aussie dream a reality too. If you're a keen future Aussie who's looking to create a life that excites you and offers you safety, freedom, and opportunity, you have come to the right place, my friend. Welcome aboard.
Hi, Yolande and Jan. How are you guys going all the way from beautiful, sunny Brisbane?
We're doing good.
We're doing good, and you?
I am a little bit colder than you guys are. I see you can feel the heat, and I can feel the cold over on this side. It's clearly turning proper winter here over now. How have you guys been? How long have you been in Australia for?
We've been almost 2 years now. In November is going to be 2 years.
So you came just before COVID then, if I'm doing my maths right?
Just in time.
In time, yeah. Yes. We were lucky.
Oh, well, yeah, because 2 weeks in quarantine, and then you obviously had a normal way of meeting other people in Australia when you landed.
Yes, we did.
So tell me a little bit about your process. When did you decide to make the move to Australia, and then how long before you actually arrived here?
Okay, so what we did is we started in 2018, around about June, July. Mid-year. So we got in touch with a immigration agency, and we started looking around, talking about different countries to go to. Eventually deciding on Australia. And then in 2019, I've got a sponsorship at one of the panel beater shops here in Brisbane. And then, from there we started.
From there it went quickly.
Yeah.
So how did you get in touch with a panel beater shop? How did you, did they advertise on Seek, or how did that work, Jan? Yeah,
they did have some advertisements on Seek, and my cousin was working at one of the shops. We are a very rare trade. There's no more people on it. The young people doesn't want to do it, so they getting all over the world different types of panel beaters or technicians. So I was lucky to apply for the job, and I got the job. That's very interesting. You say people don't want to do it anymore. Why not? It's a filthy work. It's hard work. It's
Yeah.
physical
Well, your
work.
hands get dirty and you go underneath a car, I guess. But you know what?
Yeah.
Other people get their hands dirty when they go and dig in the garden as well.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So you obviously qualified in South Africa and you worked there for a number of years as a panel beater. How old are you, Yolande? You and Jan. You and Jan. How old are you?
I'm 36 and Jan is 40.
Okay, so you're still in the younger age bracket in terms of coming to Australia. Well,
Yeah.
it's usually between 25, 26 and 34, I think, is when you get the most points, but then just after that. But what you would have that would have counted in your favor was your many years of experience as a panel beater. So that then adds up to your points. That's good. Did you have to do the English test as well?
Yeah.
Both of us had to do it, yeah.
Yeah, that was quite a difficult one. We started with the permanent residency route first, and it was difficult. I couldn't get the writing one above on the average. So that's why the sponsorship came in, and was no need for us to get that highest point.
Yes.
Ah, that helped. Okay, so you didn't have to write it again. They could just take the one you did previously and accept it. Okay, that's very handy. Okay, and you said you found the job on Seek, no? Your cousin.
Yes, his cousin spoke to the manager basically at the shop, and they advertised the job. They actually had to because we are on a skills shortage visa. They had to advertise the job to show that they can't find anyone in Australia. They have to bring people from outside in.
Okay, and then you got the good news that you're sponsored and you're going to go to Australia. How long from that moment that you heard you got the sponsorship until you arrived on this golden soil, shall I call it?
Okay, so I signed my contract with the company in May 2019, and then we had to go and do the medicals, and
that was the last steps, just the medicals.
So we had to do that, and say October the 23rd, we got approval, and then we start packing our stuff, and the 4th of November we were on the flight.
That's pretty quick. Wow. And where in South No, sorry, I was just going to ask, where in South Africa are you guys from?
We're from Kuruman in the Northern Cape.
Ooh, okay. All right, that's very interesting. Not many people from Kuruman now in Brisbane, I think. Okay, you were going to tell us something about the fact that it was so quick that you had to make the move. Yeah,
we were ready to go. So as soon as we got the approval, we booked the flights, and we were already packed basically, and we just got on the flight and we came. We were ready for 6 months to go. So as soon as we were done. We wanted to come.
And I know that you've got 2 little kids. Can you tell us a little bit about them, their ages, and how did you break the news to them about going to a new country?
Okay, Kylie is currently 11 and then Zanta is 8 years old. We didn't break the news basically. They were in the loop from the first talk we had about immigrating, because we didn't want to put it on them all at once. So they were always with us when we spoke about it, and they were always keen. They were just like, wherever you want to go, we'll go with you. So they are very open, adaptable kids. They're not difficult with change. So they did great.
And could they speak English when you were in Kuruman?
The Zante was okay, but Kylie was struggling with the pronunciations. And so no, Kylie couldn't speak very good English, but Zante not too bad.
And how are they going now after 2 years?
They are fluent English. It's actually ridiculous. We have to remind them when they are home, listen, speak Afrikaans, we're not English. So they are, it's strange how they changed, and the accent and the
I
way
just wanted
it's
to say, sure enough, they sound like little Aussies, don't they?
They do.
They do.
They do.
They
They
do.
sound like different children, but it's a good thing. We're glad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually people are so worried about how are my kids going to fit into this new country and how are they going to understand the language and how are they going to make friends. It's like, don't worry about the kids. They're going to be the easiest. Make sure that you're okay.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You don't think, you think you'll be fine and the kids will struggle, but it's the other way around.
Yeah.
So whereabout do you live in Brisbane? Which area?
We stay down in Aspley, just next to Chermside. So yeah, it's a nice little quiet suburb. Nice schools and close to all the necessities, the doctors, the shops. So it's nice, quiet.
Chermside has got a lovely shopping centre there.
Yeah, we're just actually walking distance from that shopping centre.
Oh, so nice.
Yeah.
It's very nice. And how far are you from work, Jan?
I was currently 15 kilometers from work. I was down at Eagle Farm. And then, say, 4 weeks ago, a month ago, they transferred me to another shop because the panel beaters was all walking out. So they had extra hands needed that side. So I'm currently, say, 8 kilometers from work.
And how do you find the workplace, Jan, where you worked as a panel beater in South Africa and here? What's like, give us an idea of how it compares to each other.
Okay, the first shop that I started it's a massive shop. We did like 80 cars a week to repair. It's a day-night shop, so it's quite different than we used to in South Africa. I think in South Africa you're more personally involved with the customers, clients. Here it's just like a machine. You just keep on working, and you don't see anyone. You just do your job. It's every man for himself. Yeah.
And Yolande, do you work or are you a stay-at-home mum?
Yes, I work at home.
Exactly. You're a stay-at-home worker.
Yes.
Because you don't have any help in Australia. Well, you could, but most people don't have the help you had in South Africa. So you're the cleaner and the cook and the planner and the buyer and the
chauffeur and the shopper and the doctor and everything.
Yeah.
The doctor as well. That's right. The nurse.
Yes.
The therapist.
Yes, it's a lot. Yeah, especially if you're used to having help. Especially with the cleaning of the house, you've never had to do it yourself, and then you get here and it's like, wow, okay, now I need to do it. It's a lot.
But have you found it okay to settle into that sort of groove? Have you found like a little routine that works for you?
Yes, we all pitch in. It's not only my job. Like I said, we all live here. We all clean up after ourselves. The kids are amazing. They vacuum, they help me with the washing, they do the dishes. So we told them when we came here, we said there's not going to be someone helping mommy out, so you need to prepare yourself. You will be cleaning your own room, you will be helping to clean the house. So they're doing good. Everybody's helping.
That's awesome. And do you haven't been back to South Africa obviously because it's just been COVID all this time?
No.
And have you had anybody come to visit you? Neither that? Okay.
No, the flights are all still, they're not letting in people from South Africa at this stage. So we've been on our own for almost 2 years now.
Yeah.
Have you managed to make friends and settle in the social circles?
Yes, we actually found another South African couple that we have over every weekend. So that's nice to have someone who speaks your language and knows your culture. But we actually, we have some Aussie I wouldn't say friends, but...
Yeah, but connections.
Yeah.
If you can say it like that. Actually, they're nice. The kids from school, the kids' friends. So, the parents is nice.
It's mostly the parents of the kids' friends, but awesome people. We love them. Yeah.
And that's a very good thing because when you have children at school, that's where you tend to find other friends.
Yes.
Because you know how it goes. Children basically rule the household.
Yeah.
And so if you can have other friends whose children have the same interests, then it makes getting together so much easier, because if nobody's kids can swim, then you don't go to a place with a swimming pool. Or if everybody's kids can, like, you know, it just makes life a little bit easier.
It does.
It does. It does.
So tell me a little bit about your experience living in Australia. What's been the best thing for you about being here?
I would say it's nice to have a walk down the street, go to a park, and the kids can just play. And it's nice and clean and organized. It's so nice. You don't sleep with your
eye open.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, there's no locks on the doors. It's just nice. It's freedom. Yeah, freedom.
Yes.
And what do you miss the most about South Africa, apart from friends and family?
Apart from friends and family,
I miss the roads for speeding. It's difficult to just drive 60 kilometers an hour.
That's a big thing. And then the thing we also miss, you said it actually, is just firewood.
Yeah.
Just to do a braai.
A nice barbecue with decent wood.
Kalahari wood like we used to. The wood, it's not working for us. It's strange.
Yeah, it smells different, and sometimes it took us a while as well until we found wood that we sort of thought, But you get the hardwood here, the jarrah.
Yes.
So if you can get some jarrah, that helps.
The iron bark. We only get the iron bark here. I don't know.
But if you go to different Bunnings and those kinds of places of different garages, always have a sort of look, just to see maybe they've got something different.
Yes.
But also try a little bit in the countryside, because obviously, it's easier maybe out there where people would like to go camping and those kinds of things. Then you tend to find space where people have firewood. But it's different here because, you're not always allowed to have a fire, because sometimes they have a fire ban and it's like...
Yes, they actually had one, I think last year. Yes, they had one. So it's
and
strange.
For good reason, because you will remember at the beginning of last year, just after you guys arrived here, almost half of Australia burned down, or it felt like it.
That was horrible. That was very bad.
That was not.
So have you guys traveled a little bit yet in Australia?
We've been restricted,
outside,
but we have done a bit of driving around and seeing, going to the dams, and we like to camp, so we try to go see campsites, but it's different. I don't know if we are at the wrong campsites or whatever. It's just different than we are used to. But we have done a little bit of traveling, mostly going to the beach, because we are from Kuruman. We haven't seen the beach that much. So now we live in Brisbane, and the ocean is just like 12 kilometers from our house. So we mostly go to the beach.
Do you go to Sunshine Coast and down to Gold Coast much or not?
Sunshine Coast
mostly. The Gold Coast, with the COVID, there's too many clusters down at Gold Coast. So no, we rather just go up south.
No, it's just closer to home. You can drive like 30 minutes and then you're where you want to be. So Gold Coast is a bit further for us.
Further, Yes. I'm sure you've taken the kids to all the nice parks there in the Gold Coast, Movie Park and Adventure. What are they called?
Actually,
Whitewater World.
We haven't. We drove past that last weekend, but we haven't gone around to taking them. It's just, I know it sounds horrible, but we've been so busy just adapting, and so we haven't.
And it's been hard with COVID. I know things have been not the same. But I would really give you a tip, because I don't know if you know, we've just literally traveled around Australia with my little family in a motorhome. So we've got 4 little kids. There's 3 of them, but we've got 4 little kids about that age. So 1 year, she was 1, 3, 5, and 7. So we're all babies.
Wow.
And we rented a motorhome and we drove all around Australia. But anyway, we went through the Gold Coast, of course, and went past Dreamworld. And it
Yes.
was the best thing to do in the middle of COVID, because you know what? There were no queues.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Fine.
would really suggest, if you want to take the kids,
it
take them
now.
now, because once the queues are back, you feel like you stand in a queue forever. Yes, you pay one price at the gate, which is usually
Yes.
quite expensive, and then you're in, you don't pay again, but then you queue up. And sometimes I wish I can have like a drone to take footage from the top to see
Yes,
the lines that go like this and this, and I'll go like this.
Yeah.
It keeps on like it's just a slang wat so gekronkel is.
Yeah.
Just,
Yes.
oh man. Anyway, so your kids would love it. It's a good time to
Yes.
go now, and they might have some specials on as well, because obviously they're trying to get people to come back into the parks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so your kids are happy. What school do they go? You don't have to say the name, but what is it, a public or a private school that they go to, and how did they settle in with the academic side of it coming from South Africa?
They are in the public school, and since day one, they are just doing great.
Yeah, they're doing good. We thought actually the first term is going to be bad for them when we got the reports. But when they got it, I think it's all A's and B's, and they only got one C in their whole report since they got here. So now they're doing good.
Wow, that's awesome.
And
have they started doing any sports or extracurricular activities?
Yeah, we got them in gymnastics. They wanted to do gymnastics, and they're doing good. Very good. Yeah.
That's good. Did they do something in South Africa as well? Sports?
Yeah, they were just the school sports, netball and
athletics.
Yeah. But here in the schools, they don't have that included in most schools. Included in the schools, like in South Africa, you have to join a club if you want to play netball or So I asked them, do you want to do netball or hockey or whatever? And they said no, they want to do gymnastics. So we went for it. Yeah.
And our viewers, we're obviously watching from South Africa, who are thinking, I don't know, should I go to Australia or not? What would you say to them?
If you can, come.
If you have the opportunity, take it. It's a different world. You get used to what you have in South Africa, and you in your comfort zone. But as soon as you land here, for the few months, it's hard. It's hard, but it's worth it. It's worth it. At the end game, it's worth it.
Yeah, it is.
So you would do it again if you had to?
Absolutely.
But sooner, yes.
Yeah, we would come like before the kids were born if we could. Yeah.
We will do it sooner, but definitely again.
Yes.
That's great. Thanks so much for sharing your story with us. It's been absolutely lovely hearing how you've come all the way from a tiny little, well, Kuruman is maybe not that tiny, but it feels to me like it's compared to
Brisbane, it's tiny.
From a very Afrikaans speaking area, Kuruman, to all the way to beautiful Brisbane. I think you've landed in a spectacular place. Brisbane is almost like the crown jewel of Australia for me. It's special place. And thanks for sharing with us the struggles and the highs and the lows. And hopefully we can get some other panel beaters from South Africa to make the move as well, because as you said, there is a shortage of panel beaters. So people always say, oh, I can't go to Australia because I don't have a degree. It's like, you don't necessarily need a degree. It's about the kind of skill that you have. And, you're a great example of the fact that you could get into Australia quicker than most people who have degrees. And a lot of people with degrees can't come in. So, Yes. Well done. And thanks for sharing. We can't wait to hear how you guys are going in another year or two's time, and maybe have a chat with us again.
Thank you for you as well.
It's my pleasure. Enjoy Brisbane.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you had fun, please remember to hit that subscribe button, and then it'll make sure that you never miss a thing. I'll see you same time and same place next week. Bye for now.